Pringles Beer Can Chicken. What's up, everybody? Today we're going to crack this can of very odd limited edition flavored Pringles and see if they do taste any good. So, I saw this on a whim. They've been flying off the shelves, and I saw maybe 10 cans left, so I grabbed myself a couple. One to keep, one to review and eat. A beer flavored Pringle. I checked the contents of this, and it says that there is zero alcohol in it. The only thing that makes this a beer tasting thing is that there is actual beer extract in it. But at the very bottom here, it says, this licensed product is intended for adults of legal drinking age. So even though this has no alcohol in it, I think they still don't suggest that kids try this, or anybody under 21. So, yeah, this is for adults, adult-themed Pringles. So these were released in May of 2025, along with two other beer-themed Pringles flavors, which are beer braised steak and beer grilled brat. Now, I know a lot of people really do love grilling with beer. It's kind of like a thing that goes hand in hand. It's like peanut butter and chocolate. Mouth and cigarette. But for me, I'm not the biggest fan of any kind of beer tasting anything. I don't like beer at all. I think it tastes like piss. But I think a lot of people will think otherwise and be like, man, this is the greatest thing ever. Hell yeah. So, yeah, whatever. To each their own. So this flavor in particular, Beer Can Chicken, it's inspired by a southern recipe where people use a can of beer as they grill their chicken. So it's simple as that. Now, my thoughts on this, especially when it comes to these weird clash of flavors, one flavor is going to be more predominant than the other. Now, looking at the beer extract in here, it's pretty low on the ingredients compared to the chicken flavors and everything else, the onion powder and brown sugar and all that. So I think this is going to taste more like chicken with a hint of beer flavor. We shall see. And it says right there, Miller Lite is the choice. That's the collab. Now, did they use actual beer extract from Miller Lite beer? I don't know. I couldn't tell the difference. It'd be the same as eating dirt in Illinois and eating dirt in Missouri. I don't know. Probably Missouri would taste better, but regardless, let's take a look at the official Pringles website and see what they say about this. Crack open a can of Pringles Miller Lite Beer Can Chicken Crisps for a backyard barbecue anywhere. Each stackable crisp delivers the savory taste of roasted beer can chicken and a hint of Miller Lite beer for a mouthwatering grill-inspired snack. So, there you guys go. A fun little summer-themed Pringles for all the adults to enjoy. So let's crack it open and see how great or how nasty these actually are. Whoops. Okay, on first sniff, I do get a slight whiff of a beer flavor, that yeasty kind of thing. You know, back when I used to go and with my dad to the Busch Stadium in St. Louis and try to catch the away team ball players coming in, we'd always stand around Busch Stadium and we would just smell this aroma of beer, and it would be coming from the dumpsters from the game from the day before, and that's what I always associate that beer smell with, is the dumpsters at Busch Stadium from the 90s. But anyways, yeah, it's got a kind of orangish, reddish kind of seasoning on it and all that. So let's try this here. Hey, look, I'm having a beer. Yeah, hey, buddy, I'm just having a beer. I'm just here being an adult, having a beer. I drive a big truck and I have big dogs. I have to have big dogs because they're good for hunting. I like to have big dogs that lay human-sized turds in my lawn and they tear up the backyard to where it's just a dirt patch. I like big dogs. That's what a real man with a big truck. I put the dog in the back of the truck and we drive around town and it barks and it makes me look like a complete hick. Alright, regardless, I taste more chicken in this than beer. The beer is very, very subtle, like I was expecting it. That was the first impression. Let's get another impression, another bite here. Okay. I really just taste chicken more than anything. There is a subtle yeasty hops. I don't even know what I'm actually tasting, but the actual kind of beer kind of aroma and stuff is there, but it is very soft. Like it hits after you taste the chicken for about a second and a half. Then the beer kind of taste kind of rises up a little bit, but then this just chills. You taste about 20% of beer and 80% of chicken. And with it being like a chicken tasting Pringles, they taste pretty good. So this may be the only beer inspired flavor of anything that I may really thoroughly enjoy and say this is a good tasting one. Okay. The more I eat these now, when the chip hits your tongue, as your tongue is like more accustomed to it, it's like an acquired taste, much like how beer is when you first start. I will say that that little hint of beer does come on right away after you have a couple chips. So now I'm tasting it more and more the more I eat this. But the beer taste really isn't much of a taste more than it is an aroma. You get more of the aroma taste and taste more of like a chicken cheese taste. It's kind of like a cheesy kind of chicken taste. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. There we go. There we go. I finally had a chip that really did blast me with more of a beer taste. That one hit. But I think it's more because I've had about 6 or 7 of these now. Okay, so the full on review about these. If you're buying these expecting a huge beer taste, you're going to be let down. Now, I am looking on the actual Pringles website where you could order a can of these, and it's sitting at 3.3 out of 5 stars as the rating. I'm not going to take that into account as my own rating, but I think that's why a lot of people are kind of not giving it a big scores because they're expecting more beer in this. You know, you see the Miller Lite can on here with the little wheat or whatever that is on the sides and think, oh man, this is really going to taste like beer. But then that chicken is there. It's kind of like, wait, hold up. Wait a minute. There is that whole chicken in there. That is what you taste more than the beer. So, yeah, it is roughly average 80% chicken, 20% like a beer aroma more than a taste. I mean, the taste is kind of there. You sense it. It's like a sharp kind of taste. And then you got the smooth kind of cheesy chicken taste that is very robust. It makes my mouth water. I like it a lot. And I think if they did just take out the beer in this, I would love it even more. But, I do taste that hint of beer, and it is that classic beer taste. This didn't make me love the taste of beer more. It just made me want to get a rotisserie chicken and cover it in melted cheese more than anything. But, yeah, regardless, there isn't any alcohol in this, no beer in this, beer extract, totally different thing. I will give this an 8 out of 10. The chicken taste is really great, but that beer taste, if you're wanting a beer taste, it really isn't hitting as much as I think a lot of you would be wanting it to hit. So I prefer it though. So that comes from a person that doesn't like beer, doesn't drink beer. So what's that saying about this product? Probably not a lot of you are going to like it based on wanting it to be beer. So I like it though. I give it an 8 out of 10 as a non-beer drinker. And that is it for this cheat day review. Thank you guys for watching. I am DJ Glowing Ice, always wanting to remind you that it is okay to cheat every once in a while. And if you have tried this flavor, let me know in the comments down below. What did you think about this? Is it crazy? Will you be able to pass a breathalyzer test after eating a can of these? Ooh, that was very juicy. Anyways, all right. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.